Well, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Wherever you may be in the world, folks, welcome to Relish the Riker Down Under. And there's the leader of the pack. Having a little show off over there he is. So how are we all? It's been a few weeks, a month, something like that. Folks, you're picking us up outside a place called Kyogle. We'll just get going and I'll talk. Woo! Yes, you're picking us up at a place outside Kyogle, lovely little township of Kyogle. I think we have brought you here before. We have travelled across from Grafton to Casino, approximately 100 kilometres. And we're going from Casino to Kyogle. And then I'm just following the Lord and Master. We're actually heading to a place called Kyogle. Now, we've never been there before. It should be a nice ride. It's up in the, I guess you could say, hinterland maybe. Plans did change due to weather. We may be in for a storm later today. We were actually heading south, but where we wanted to go would not have been good weather-wise. Now it's quite warm today, 30 and over expected, and storms possibly this afternoon, all along the coast actually. But this should be a nice run. Well, we hope it is. Now, I do have some news. It's good news and a little bit of sad news in the sense that Little Rebel has sold. And the sad news is that I had to say goodbye to her. Yes, Little Rebel went quite a long way away. And when we pick up again after another little toilet stop, I think Tom's going to put the drone up, I shall give the details. Now there's some jacaranda trees out here. Grafton is full of jacaranda trees at the moment. Sea of purple. But over here there's only a few dotted every now and then. Big Rebel here is going beautifully. I am getting used to it. I must say it's got some grunt. Very, very fast pickup for me. Very fast. I put it to the test on a little bit of a see how fast I could get it up to without overdoing it. On the way over here there was a run where I thought, well, this is a good clean run here. I don't think kangaroos will pop out. No little cars with their little blue lights on top, so, but I didn't flatten it. Just wanted to see. I got away from Tom pretty quickly though. He was behind me. It's good. It's good. It's lovely when you start it up. Nice sound. What can I say? I love Little Rebel. I love Big Rebel. The little one, though, I think is so special because she was my introduction into the cycling, although it be on 3 wheels, world. And I still think about her. I do. But anyway, I do miss seeing the yellow a little bit. I love the pearl white, but I think on the YouTube channel the yellow looked a bit more exciting. Thank you for new subscribers, comments, likes. It's lovely to have you all on board. Of course, we're no more professional than when we first started, but you know, you can take us or leave us. I don't think we'll ever be, you know, highly qualified at this. But we're enjoying ourselves, and that's what you have to do. Once you start taking things too seriously, you don't enjoy yourself as much, do you? So we're going down the main street of Kyogle at the moment. It's a bit of a hippie town, Kyogle. Oh, there's some bikers. I bet they're going the way we're going. Oh, mate. Oh, that was a fright. The fella's got a funny little moustache. Tomorrow and Saturday are meant to be quite cool. You just can't pick it at the moment, honestly. It's weird weather. Jumpers one day, singlet tops the next. It's ridiculous. Right, here we are. Oh. Yeah, I can see them. Oh gosh, they're not meant to be having bread. Tom came through here when he was heading north to do work, and he pulled over for a little snack, and his only little snack was something that we'd had in the fridge at home, which was 2 cooked potatoes. So he took along his potatoes, and I think he got to eat 1 potato and ended up sharing one with about 20 magpies. I think they're having trouble locating worms and grubs at the moment because they're going for anything. These are all young ones over here. Yep, they're not long out of the nest. We've just finished the big magpie breeding season where they all come down and peck at you. They'll dive bomb you and go for the big peck because they're protecting their young. Now, I don't know how many times we're going to have to look at the map today. I'm not sure. I've left that in his capable hands. But So we're just going to have the drone. See, they're the young ones, yeah. They're rather big for babies though, aren't they? I've never actually seen a tiny magpie. And they're singing away nicely. Oh, here's some. Hello, you baby magpie. Oh, that's how you greet me. Hello there. Hey? I haven't got anything. You're meant to look for worms. Yes, you are. You're meant to dig in the ground. Off you go. I'm sure there's some grubs around somewhere. I feel sorry for them. There's so many of them and they're all looking for something to survive on. Their parents have stopped feeding them. So Kyogle's only a small town. As I said, it's diverse. Actually, that's what I'd call it, diverse. No big shopping centres or anything. Oh, there's the dog chasing the magpie. Just a main street. That down there looks like they'd have entertainment in there, like a little mini amphitheatre or something. Well, actually, I will tell you while the drone's having a little flutter up there. Little Rebel, yes, it was advertised in a few places. And one lady was in touch with me asking me a few questions, and then where do you live? I don't know what that is. What's... Not sure. I said Grafton, and she said, oh, she's too far away. She's down in the Mittagong region, which is down past Sydney. Beautiful place. This is like the Southern Highlands, I think. And she's in that area. And I ended up saying, look, if I thought you wanted to buy it, and because she did ask a lot of questions, if I thought you wanted to buy it, we would offer it. Tom would write it down for you because he loves doing that sort of thing. Anyway, she rang. We had a good chat and I was very open and honest with her about a lot of things. She had a few concerns. She liked to ride quads and stuff on the farms, and she wanted it. I think she lives in the Mittagong area, and then they have a farm elsewhere. I'm just going to interrupt. You see all the bats, all flying fox? They're everywhere. I don't know whether this camera's going to pick them up. Go away. So they're there right through. I don't know whether you can see them. They're flying fox. If we got closer, you'd be able to hear them. Anyway, she said she was going to buy it, and that was over the phone. And then I started to think, oh my gosh, what if, Tom gets there and she decides she doesn't want it. But she gave me a good size deposit. Tom was more than happy to do the run. It's a long way. Let me see. So what I booked him accommodation, and he made it all the way down there. I think he left around about lunchtime, because he had to have a cancer taken off his face, which has to be looked into further. Made it all the way down there, stayed the night at Mittagong, took it to her, showed her all the ins and outs. She dropped him at the train station. He caught a train back from Mittagong to Sydney, jumped on the Sydney train, and I picked him up in Sydney to Grafton, a long way. I picked him up on the night, Tuesday night. He left on the Monday and I picked him up the Tuesday night. And I think she was very, very happy. So that's how far away she is. If we ever do a run down there, I guess we could call in. So we were happy to have that money back in the bank, because we're poor. No, not really. We're careful. So look at all those flying fox. I don't know whether this will pick it up, but they're constantly flapping their... Oh, there goes one. They're constantly flapping their wings, constantly, while they're hanging upside down. Oh, I thought I heard someone on a whippersnipper. Poor fellow. Must be hot down there. I know I'm getting hot in this jacket. Yeah, so from here to where we're going, we've never been on the road. I don't even know. We could possibly be going on dirt roads. I just told Tom this is where I'd like to go. Now, it would have been nice to cut across through to the beach tourist drive tomorrow and do that, which we had planned to until the weather report came out. So we'll do that another time, because I wanted to go over to Byron Bay. For those that don't know, Byron Bay's one of the spots, expensive. And up in the hills behind Byron Bay is where all the movie stars had land. You know, your Paul Hogans and your Chris Hemsworth and don't know who else, lots of people. So Byron Bay's the place to be. So that's why we don't go there. We're not really the place to be people. But it's a beautiful beach, and Cape Byron, I think it's called, is the most easterly point of Australia. Just climb back on here. But we'll do Byron Bay another time, won't we?
Are you still gasbagging?
Yes, I am. There's lots to talk about. You can edit it all out if you want. But we have to move because I'm sweating like some sort of animal. There's lots of other runs that we can come back and do. Windy ones. Are we doing dirt road today? Yes. We're doing dirt road today, folks. It is the 24th of October. Still in spring. Actually, Tom, I don't think I need to go to the loo, so we can just keep going.
Okay.
But please hurry, because I'm going to melt and end up in a puddle on this seat.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, the map's out, folks. The map's out.
Map's out.
And we've got lots of windies, probably a few hairpins. We're staying at the Kyogle pub tonight. Now, it's more expensive than I wanted to pay, because you all know that I'm a bit of a cheapskate, but over this way, in all of these touristy areas, or trendy areas, or whatever you want to call them, accommodation can be quite expensive. We'll see how far we go before the map comes out. Gosh, it's really warm. Really warm. But I'll be right, the wind goes through this quite nicely. Now there's a sign there to Nimbin. I'm not sure whether we're going to come back through Nimbin tomorrow. Now Nimbin, well, could that house get any higher? Goodness me, look at that. Nimbin back in the 70s had a real reputation because it's a hippie town, and if you want the cookies and the brownies and all the rest of it, you go to Nimbin. Oils, I mean, it's sort of a bit of a well established place and proper, but it's also a little bit, we don't tell anyone, because in Australia we are quite strict on those rules. But way back, it just was so, and I know it did happen because I know someone happened to, they'd be walking down the main street topless and stuff like that. It doesn't happen so much anymore, but it is still renowned to be the hippie place. It's in a valley. I think that it's a very hot place. Beautiful surroundings, but alternate, very alternate. That's right, I think we're heading, or are we heading? I don't know, Yuki, Mawulamba. Probably Mawulamba, I don't know whether both or just one. I'm just following the master. I do hope everything works today, folks, and we're not talking over it, and when all the good works and the commentary are down the gurgler. Of course, I'm quite stupid with a lot of things, and I was attempting to use the cruise control. I'd totally forgotten how to use it on the way over from Grafton to Casino, and then Tom said it would be operator error, and I thought no, it's not, and then I realised it was. I was pressing it to turn it on, and then you have to press and hold and leave your finger down on it for a second or a bit longer, and I was doing it too quickly, so I was cruise on, cruise off, cruise on, cruise off. We're on the bendies already. So where I was really wanting to go, wanted to head down. It would have been about a 4-hour trip, and we were planning it and looking at some YouTubes of those that have done it, and then looked at the weather. So it was 4 hours south down to a place called Gloucester, which is lovely. We have stayed there in the past for a bit of a family get-together, my cousins and whatnot, aunts and uncles and all of that. Because there's a place called the Barrington Tops down that way, and you can do circuits and all sorts of things, and I thought, I really want to do that, it'll be lovely. And then you really, really need good weather for it. It can be quite atrocious in wet weather, and it had said how there were storms coming in, and we thought, well, that's going to ruin it. So we're doing a shorter one, and we'll do the Barrington tops, but I'd like to do it before it gets really, really hot. So that might even be within the next couple of weeks. Tom won't be going back up to work for, I don't know, maybe another month or so. He's been called to jury duty 3 times now, and the 3rd time was to commence on Monday, but he just received notice today it's cancelled. So 3 times called, 3 times cancelled. But they keep calling him, and they tell you what to allow when they write the letter, allow 2 weeks, 4 weeks or whatever. So we thought we'd get this trip in before Monday coming because of that, but then he got notification to say it was cancelled yet again. Anyway, it was an allow 2 weeks. But we thought, well, we've already arranged this, so, you know, we probably could have waited and done the Barrington tops next week, but look, we haven't been out for a while. This is a good workout for my arms, because now I've bought some weights, little 1 kilo weights, so that I can exercise my arms a bit on my exercise routine that I try to do daily. And of course I didn't bring them with me, but this is just as good as a workout, riding this bike. I have been trying to lose a little bit of weight. It's very, very difficult. It used to come off in no time at all, but now that I'm 64, well, it really hasn't come off since I've turned. All it's done is go on since I turned about 50. 55, something like that. Probably wouldn't want to do this, even though we're planning on going back Saturday. Wouldn't want to do this on weekends because there would be a lot of bikers about. Yep, it's windy. I'm looking forward to seeing Kyogle. We've been meaning to go there for the past year. But we were going to go up and just sort of check out the market, but we won't get to see that. I do believe it's this Saturday. See, in the past we always had these intentions of going up and going to Kyogle because they're all handmade markets, which are lovely. But we don't need to buy anything, but we don't have the room for it anyway, so we'll just check it out. Should be green if they've been getting good rainfall. I hope it's green. It's so much prettier. Carl. Oh, don't know how to pronounce that.
Alright folks, we'll call it there on part 1 and we'll get you to look out for part 2. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.